Hi guys, my name is Noni Matigela. Welcome to the Noni M podcast. Today, I want us to talk about Ubongani dance. Today is the 17th of June 2025. It's been 5 years since he was arrested for his involvement in the Senzo Meyiwa murder, which the state alleges that they were sent by Kelly Kumalo, and they were confessions that were made by accused number one, which was Kulelwa Sibiya and Bongani Ndanzi. So Bongani Ndanzi today, it's been 5 years since he was arrested for this crime, and it's been an ongoing trial since 2022. But before we get into doing that, guys, please make sure that you do not forget to like, to share, to comment, and most importantly, please make sure that you are subscribed on the channel. Please make sure you are watching the videos up until the end, and you are watching the ads that are coming through. When you are doing that, you will be supporting this channel financially and in numbers. I thank you so much. All right. Now let's talk about Ubongani Dance. Guys, it's been 5 years, and this is not something new in South Africa where people get arrested for crimes that they did not even commit, especially that KZN side. We've seen it. There is Umbape who was arrested, spent time plus minus 10 years in jail, and he was sentenced to whatever years or life, I don't remember. But there was a letter that was written by the Ingabi that did the deed and said Umbabe was not the one and he can't live with this anymore. It's eating him up, and he hanged himself after that. The letter was found, but Umbabe, even to this day, even so, it's been years now since he was out of jail, but he is still out on bail. And no one is fixing it from the law side, fixing that situation first, because I suppose they are running away when it comes to the situation of what you call paying him for that 10 years, because that would be a lot of money that will be sued by Umbabe from the state. Now, it looks like it's the same thing when it comes to Ubongani Ndanzi, but Ubongani Ndanzi, allegedly, he wanted to confess, according to Kininda. He wanted to confess. He confessed that he did this crime with these four other guys, so all five of them were part of the crime. And Ubongani Ndanzi's version is that, no, they forced me into the entire situation. I don't know these guys. I know I choose number one. The others, I don't know them. I do know I choose number one. But others, no, I don't know them. And then he continues to say, I knew them here in court when we first appeared here. I knew number one, but the others, nah, I didn't know them. And then when the trial was going on, we found out that Ubongani Gininda, the IO, offered Ubongani Dance 3 million rands to actually take the fall for the Senzo Meyiwa case, which looks like it was a cover-up situation for whoever they are covering up for. I don't know. Allegedly, out here, they are saying they are covering for Ulongwe. And at some point, Utifo said that they are covering for Kelly. And there were statements that were written, but they never made a day in court. Those statements were saying that it was actually Kelly that shot and killed Usenzo. No, it is a lot in the Corner. Yeah, okay, we are not there today. The focus is I choose number two, which is Ubongani Ndanzi. Today, it's been 5 years full when he got arrested for this crime that he claims that he had nothing to do with it. Well, the evidence in court has actually showed us that the guys who are arrested had nothing to do with the crime. Whatever confessions say, also the confessions are very dodgy. They are very dodgy, guys. The confessions are very dodgy. They are not make sure. So there's a lot of things that are going on when it comes to that also. Yeah, so Ubongani Ndanzi ke ngoku uhleli pha etrongweni for the crime that he says he has never done. But he has done it, and it's something that is hanging on top of his head, because apparently there is a law in South Africa that says the law of confession says it does not include the other people. It deals with you as the person who said that actually, when as a person that says, I am part of the crime, it becomes your problem. But it becomes your problem because you are the one who said that you were there. If you said that, so There are so many chances, like the judge that we have in that courtroom is not kind to the defense team and is always harsh to the defense team, does not even care about the accused. His way of doing things is showing us that he is aligning with the state, because he always agrees with what the state says. He's always angry at the defense, and there's a lot of things that are going on there. Who knows? Perhaps there's something else happening behind the scenes that we don't know. Then it will surprise us when he gives his judgment, if he gets there. When I say if he gets there, because at some point he requested to be recused. So who knows? He might recuse himself. I don't know, because they did not recuse him. I don't know. Now, the question that I have is, how long must this go on? It's been 5 years. The case has been going on. There's been delays. There's been that. There's been this. It's a lot, guys. There were delays that were caused by the state. The judge never addressed them because the state kept giving evidence in drips and drabs. It was never addressed in a proper manner. And then only when it's the defense that is requesting time off. The other thing that is making delays is this, what you call, the one that they are going to this coming Friday. I forgot the name now. By Bizan. Leon Dole, yes. Recess. It's this recess of a month. It's always a month recess. So in my view, they did not sit for this case. They are not supposed to go for recess. In my view, they are not supposed to go for recess. They are supposed to continue and do the case. And Umshololo that loves the recess is supposed to actually stick it out, because he was out, she was not here for 3 months and 2 weeks. Okay. Anyway, so it is that sad day where we are like, oh, shame, Ubongani Dansi. It's been long. It's been 5 years, and he still doesn't know his fate, because his fate might be he's going to jail for a long time because of that so-called confession that they say that he said. But that confession does not go along with anything. They tried, but it needs to go straight with the statements of the people that was in the house, but it's not. I don't know. Maybe Judge Rata will say, you know what, the confessions are out. I choose one's confessions are out. I choose two's confessions are out, because they are not aligning with what was happening. That is what we pray it happens. But this is Judge Rata, guys. This is Judge Rata. So anything when it comes to Judge Rata, you can't say you know him. But if he says he keeps the law, then he has no choice. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. The guys did not do the crime. I don't know, I could be wrong, but I want to hear your views when it comes to this. How are you feeling about Dansi being there for 5 years and Agaga Kwetwa? He's facing a lifetime imprisonment. Agaga Kwetwa. He has not yet gotten a verdict of what's going to happen. What are your thoughts? How are you feeling about that? How is it treating you? Did you think about Ubongani Danzi yesterday when you were like, yo, today, it's that day that Ubongani Danzi arrested? And we can see the case, he had nothing to do with it. And do you think Ubongani Danzi was given a mandate to implicate the other IQs, and because of perhaps the beating or the 3 million, he agreed? And then when they got to court, he was like, this is my time to shine. I'm not doing this. And then now the Guineans are not happy with him. Do you think that's what happened? What do you think was said in that recording of Magistrate Gronier? Because obviously there is something that Ubongani Danzi is saying there. He can't say that he did not say anything. No, that is a lie. I don't agree with that. But I agree with him saying that they forced him to say whatever. That one I agree. And he did not do the crime. But there are lies, there are white lies that he told. He can't say he did not say anything, but there was a long adjournment for them listening to the recording. And also at this point, Shame, man. They accused, whatever they are, Abo Ntuli, Abo Mnube, Abo Mapisa, whatever is known of them in KZN and in Gauteng, whatever, hitmen and stuff. But they're still they're okay with Ubonga dance, guys. They do like when you see when sometimes when they come in, they will go because I remember the other time they came in, I think it was last week or that other week, I'm not sure. And then I saw Carlos Nube like to Undanzi and then number three, number four, which is Uma Pisa, and then number 5 9. They were greeting him like that fist pump. They are doing it when they come in, when they did not see each other downstairs and came up together. You will see them doing the fist pump and you will see them having conversations. So maybe they're like, Lena, like, Bamsizele at times, maybe like if it wasn't for you, like there's a lot, man. They're humans, but at the same time, they treat him okay when I see them. Do you understand? Anyway, what are your views as someone who watches the Senzo Mewa case? How are you feeling? Because shame, it's been 5 years. Bongani Danzi. You know what? The other thing, lastly, that I think about is how about Umelo, Kelly Kumalo, Zandile Kumalo, their mother, Mtogozi Sitwala Longwe, they are living their lives chilled. At that time, there are people that are sitting in jail, especially for Bongandanzi, who was not supposed to be even there. This is a guy that was supporting his family. This is a guy who was working in the mines, busy doing his own thing. And now he got arrested, lost his job, and. It is so sad. It is so sad. Honestly, it is. Anyway, what are your thoughts when it comes to that? Let's talk in the comment section. I want to hear your views. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.